notice how, see, just drop and you discard this. Open your second glass. And open it.
What size is that?
So I'm opening a size 8 and an 8.5. So the 8.5 would be my bottom glass. Okay, and then the 8 will be my top one. So that I'll have enough grip on my hand. So this is, so once my stuff are open, I'm now going to walk out because usually the theater, the scrap area is outside the theater room. So I need somebody to watch over my film so that they don't contaminate. That's now the work of the circulating nurse. So the circulating nurse would watch the film for me and then make sure that nobody contaminates it. Because somebody can pass and just touch it or contaminate it. So once that is done, I have my face mask. And this is how you tie a face mask. If it's the ties. Make a knot. There's a bridge, there's a cone, there's a hard part here. Then you break it to the bridge of your nose and you tie it like that. Okay. So that's the proper way to wear a mask. Okay, don't be afraid of these things. It's meant to protect you, so just learn how to do it. Now once you wear your mask, you can scrub. Remember when you are scrubbing, it has to be under running water.
Rebecca
It has to be under running water. And then also, there are different types of scrub brushes. Some of them have povidone in it. Some of them you have to use soap. Or your antimicrobial. So you see this scrub brush already has the nail picker in there, what she was talking about. And it has the foam part and then the brush part. Okay. This is the proper scrub brush. Then you put this down here. Then you wet so you can, at this time my hand is not sterile. So I can open this thing. But from there I'm not going to touch it again. So I have to keep it. Some hospitals may have sensor, as she was talking about, whereby you don't have to touch this. So you just get close to the sensor and the water will flow by itself. Okay. But in this case, we don't have it. So we'll use what we have. Even with what we have, we need to do the right thing. So keep it flowing. I don't want to waste the water, so I'll keep it flowing at this flowing. Okay. Then I don't need to wear any bracelets or rings or anything. You have to take all those things off. Okay. And then you wet your hands first. Okay. You wet your hands. You wet your hands. Because if you don't wet your hands,
Please.
okay. Ideally, this should be a bit high enough so that I don't have to bend and risk myself from contaminating. So when I wet my hands, and I can wet the brush. Once I wet the brush, then I lather. I cause it to lather. If there's soap or something, you can add the soap to it. And make sure it lathers. It's very important that you cause it to lather. Okay? Alright. Then once it lathers, if you have long nails, which we are not supposed to keep long nails, you will just use the picker to pick the nails. Okay, the nail bed like that. Okay, something like that. Okay. Ideally, we are not supposed to keep long nails if you work in theater. Your nails should be short. Because you can trap microbes and take it home. So once you are done, you just throw it either in the sink or you can put it somewhere. And you have this. Now this bristles of the brush is going to be used for the hard part of your hand. Okay. And then the soft brush is for the other part of your hand. So this is, you go in circular motion like that. And there's a timer. So first scrub of the day is 5 minutes. Subsequent scrub is 3 minutes, as she mentioned. So you go like that, okay? So if I had a timer, then I know I started my scrub. You scrub the palm first, okay? In circular motion. Don't be afraid. It's called a scrub. It's like you're scrubbing your bathhouse. So don't be afraid to scrub, okay? Don't be playing around with a brush. She said playing. No, you're not massaging. You're scrubbing. Yes. Yeah. So you scrub, okay? Once you scrub, because you are trying to reduce the microbial count on your skin. Okay. Once you do that, then you go in between the web of the fingers. Okay. You go in between the web of the fingers like that. Okay. Once you are done, then you do your cuticles. Okay.
Yes.
So you have that. All right. So that is what the bristles are meant for. So it can take out anything that is trapped inside it. Okay. That's the importance of the brush part of it. Once you finish this side, then you can now use the soft part for the back of the hand. And you go like that. Okay. You go like that. And then you technically, I just divide your hand in three. Like think of it as three parts and clean it around 1, 2, 3. Okay. And try to go above the elbow, 3 inches above the elbow. You never scrub below the elbow. Make sure it goes 3 inches above the elbow. And then once you finish that, the clefts of your elbow, you need to pay attention to the antecubital, this side. You need to pay attention to this side. Okay. Clean that area because it traps grease and dust and everything. So you clean that area especially. And then you repeat the same thing on the other hand. Okay. Repeat the same thing on the other hand. Okay. And then in between the web of your fingers. In between the web of your fingers and your cuticles. And then the back, the wrist. You have your wrist, and then you have the mid forearm, and then the upper arm. That way, okay. Then you the same thing over here. Make sure that your elbow is clean. So now, there's a school of thought which says that you have to rinse after every scrub. There are 3 cycles. What I just did, I'm going to repeat the same cycle 3 times. So others believe that you do the scrub and then continue it 3 times before you rinse. But that's not our protocol because there's debris, you need to clean it out and then wash it again. So you wash it. If you can increase it. Yeah, that's okay. So let's see how I'm washing it. You see? In a circular motion. You see that?
Yes.
Okay. And then I go that way. Okay. You get it?
Yes.
I'm not going back and forth. One direction. Then I do the same thing. I can clean my brush, take some soap, extra soap, okay, and then I repeat the same thing. Okay. Your antimicrobial soap. Okay. Yeah. Some of them is forbidden. Okay. So now I'm not going to talk through it. I'm just going to go ahead. Like that. Like that. Don't be afraid to splash. Okay, so this is my second. This is the second one. Okay.
Hey.
Hey, for not the money.
Hey, sister only iPhone, right?
Okay, and then the last one. Yeah, this is the last one. Same thing. At least I've repeated the process. You can see. Okay, so once you're done, you can discard your brush either in the sink or whatever. And then
Nico.
I'm going to perform.
Oh, you could drive.
I don't have to.
okay, so that's it, I'm done. Once you are done,
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
don't worry about this.
It doesn't matter.
Okay. Very good. So now I keep my hands up. And don't worry about the water dripping. If you are worried about the water dripping, you can stay in the sink up a little bit more for it to drip down. Okay, before you move back in there. But once you move, don't worry about it. You clean your hand in there. Then you go out that way. If you are opening tight, then you just open the door. Okay, you go in with your back. You go in with your back and you open the door that way. With your back, yes. So some doors are two-way doors. So it will open like that. Just enter. Or some are sensor. So once you enter with your back, once the sensor will pick it, and the door will open and you just go inside. So now you are in the theater. Okay. You are back to your mayor stand. And then you have your towel. Okay. This is a disposable towel. I take the towel, making sure that. Okay. You pick the towel, you open it up like this. Okay. If it's a reusable one, it's the same thing. And you use one hand to clean. Okay. Make sure the towel doesn't touch your scrub, because your scrub is not sterile. See the distance. And you go, and also you are not leaning on your thing. You give a little bit of distance. And you clean, circular motion, just like you were scrubbing. Okay, the same way. And you dry it. And you pick it from the other side, because we don't have two towels, the same towel. So you clean one side and you use the other side. Okay, and it's accepted. Because you've not contaminated it. Alright, so you just dry your hand. Okay. Try to keep your hand outside the towel. Like that. Okay. So that's it. Alright. So step one is done. We've scrubbed, we've cleaned our hands, we are now going to gown. So if it's a reusable gown, it's a disposable gown, you pick it like this. You see, there are usually some markings. You see that there's a hole here where I put my hand through it. So I don't pick it at that side. Neither do I pick it where the collar is. Because when I pick it where the collar is, I can contaminate the inside. So I pick it just at the spine over here. Okay. If it were a reusable, it would be folded like how we fold a shirt. A new shirt. That's how they fold it. So when you are picking it, you pick it from the top of the shirt and come back, release it, okay, and then you put your hand through it. That's if it is a reusable gown, like what she was demonstrating. Now this is a disposable, so the disposable is very easy to use. So that one you just pick it. There are two gowns in one, so I'm just going to use one. You see, I picked it. Once you pick it like this, you are safe. Because the part I'm touching is going to be on my, yes, my body. That's my sterile part. So it's free, it's okay, you just hold it that way. Even though you scrub, you are not as sterile as the gown. There are levels of sterility. So now, I put my hand through it, okay? I put my hand through the sleeves. I go back, because if I stay here, I'll contaminate it with the what? The mail stamp. So I have to go back. And then I release it like that. Okay. So when I release it, I wear. And then this is where my circulating nurse comes. Immediately I pick up my gown, she'll come behind me. So, and then she'll pull from the inside. Yes, pull the sleeve. No, you can pull from here. Yeah, no, not there. Pull from here. And then you hold it too, and then pull it. And hold the other side. Yes, very good. Don't be afraid. Pull it. Pull. Very good. You see? So that is what she has done. Come so that they can see. Now you tie the top. I mean, it's like a strap, like a Velcro. Yeah. So stick it on at the top.
Check.
Okay. Have you done that? Now the down is a tie. So tie it like a knot. Okay. One tie, second tie.
No. This one is the other.
Yes. There's one inside. There are two ropes like ties. Yeah. Have you seen the two threads? Yes. You tie it, yes, tie it. Tie. Make sure it's full sleeve. Okay. Fine, I'll try it.
The blue is
Are you done? No, that's fine. So you can stay at home. So once she ties my back, she's done. Okay, and the rest of it, I'll continue from there. So you notice that my hands are still in my, as she demonstrated, close hand glove. So that is it. It's still in the sleeve. I can actually bring it out just a little bit, but not enough to expose it. Okay, don't be afraid to bring it out a little bit. Now, where's my eating hand glove? Let's see. So you see, I can touch this glove with my gown. Sterile, sterile, sterile. Always remember sterile to sterile, clean to clean, dirty to dirty. Okay, so sterile to sterile is sterile. So you have here. Just open. So once you know your hand is not out, you are not afraid to touch anything over it because everything here is sterile.
So this is 7.5.
Well, this is 7.5.
Yes.
Okay, so I wear the 8 years. Thank you for that.
How beautiful, perfect.
Hey.
Now, what are you speaking? You've already been recorded.
No, I was like,
Wow.
So now, as she was talking about the principles, you see the glove is folded, you see there's right here, and there's L here left. So if you are right-handed or if you are left, depending on whatever hand you are, I'm right-handed. You can pick,
Yakuni.
I
She'll
pick
come
the left
inside.
hand.
She's
The
young.
left is what I picked. I put it, I picked it with my right hand, I put it on the left hand. And I'm using the thumb. You see the thumb of the glove is here. You see it? So I picked it, and I'm just positioning it where my thumb is, because I can feel my thumb and my index finger here. So when I put it on it like this, I hold this part of the glove. Okay. I hold it firmly so that I can do this, the flip over. Okay. So I do the flip over. When you do it properly, you realize that the thumb will align perfectly in the glove. Okay. So you do the flip over and then the thumb aligns perfectly in the glove.
Aha, Kuni. What video?
So she did it very well. Okay. So that is it.
that's a
Then
perfect.
the same thing with the other glove. The thumb is here. I put it away. Okay. Just hold it. Just hold it. And trust me, even at this point, if your hand should come out of it, it doesn't matter. Because this part that you are touching is going to touch your body. So that side is not sterile. It's the outside of it that is sterile. So you can hold it. You feel free to wrap it around. Just pull it. So this time around. Now that you are sterile, you can manipulate your hand freely without being afraid. Just try to do it.
Nana could just say.
Hold it. So you are fine. So you are done.
Yeah, we did it.
Some gowns have a hole in it where you can lock your gown.
And to us.
This is called your bottom glove. Okay. So this is your bottom glove. After you wear your bottom glove, you can do the spin before you wear your top glove. Okay. So for our protocol, what we do is that we don't wear the top glove on the male stand. We open the top glove actually on your back table. Okay. So after you've done your bottom glove, you can now do the spin. Okay. This is the strap here, and then you take one side of it. There's a short and a long side. So the long side is what you give to the circulating nurse, and then she does a spin. So you go anti-clockwise. So where's the circulating nurse? So you have it. So just stay there. I'm going to spin. I'll take it. Pull it. Pull it. Pull. That's it. Okay. Then here we go. I've finished. So this is the procedure for gown. Once I'm done, I wear my top glove on top of it. So I'm assuming this is my back table. The top glove, you don't have to go through close hand glove because they're already sterile. So left, you just hook up the glove like that. Put it, your thumb in there like this. Make sure your thumb hooks up.
The open is what we know.
Yes. This open is very important. Yeah, the open is what we know. But the close is very important in theater. Once you do that one very well, you are safe. And the top one, you can just take your time and then wear it. So even this, you can open it if you want. And just let your hands down. Yeah, or just sterile. Always try to pull your glove to fit so that when you are picking your instruments and handing it over to the set, you are not afraid, you are not struggling. Okay. So that's all. That's all. And you go onto your table and start getting your things ready for the set. Any questions? That's all.